The stars are right, and that means it's time for another episode of The Whisper in Darkness. I'm your host, the Man from Lang. Thank you very much for joining me today. On this episode, we are continuing with our playthrough of Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace, the new video game from Asmodee Digital and FFG. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the patrons of this channel for their tremendous support. The Arkham Horror LCG community is amazing, and these people have gone above and beyond to bring you content like these playthroughs. If you'd like to support the channel's goals and see your name on this list, head over to patreon.com, sign up for a tier of your choice, and claim your rewards. That would be awesome. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back to my playthrough of Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace. In the last episode, we managed to find Alphonse Lannuy, and we are currently in his voodoo shop, and we have been tasked with finding his friend, or his assistant, Engelbert, and protect them from the herd of LGD, who is bad news. So let's, this is a weird angles here. Mysterious object. A mysterious object that attracts your attention. You may have no idea what it does, but if it's in Lannuy's shop, it must be special. We will take it.
Look with your eyes, not your hands. What are you, children?
Okay, I guess we can't touch things. Okay, this is a very weird... Oh, okay. Alright, well... Apparently we can't touch anything in this store. Yeah, this is a weird... Okay, well, maybe once we become friends with Alphonse, once we rescue his buddy... or his assistant. This is a very awkward angle to try to do anything at. After leaving my shop, take the first 2 rights turns. Engelbert lives in the house with the red door. Okay. Fine. We won't touch any more of your stuff. Okay, so 2 rights. Let's move a little quicker here. Harvey lives at the place with the red door near the cafe. I assume we're gonna run into some bad guys. This has a red door, but no, Okay, we're back where we found Marie. Let's look at our map. Maybe it has a clue. Alright, well, let's go over here. There's got to be a place with a red door. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay.
There's the red door. This must be Engelbert's house.
Oh, the door's ajar. Someone must have left in a hurry. We better take a look inside.
Man, Roland, you just have a way of stating the obvious. All the time. Alright, here we are. We're inside Engelbert's house. I guess we'll just start knocking on doors.
This must be Lannuy's assistant, Engelbert.
Oh, that didn't take long. Poor Engelbert.
It's the right address, all right.
When will this trail of tragedy end? My death was only the beginning.
The body's fresh. The killer can't be far away.
Lannui was right about an assassin. That means he's the next target unless we intervene.
Be careful, friends. One who goes hunting for a tiger may learn that the tiger finds him first.
We should search this place first. Maybe Engelbert or his killer left a clue behind.
Thanks, Roland. You are so astute. I should take a look through all this. The wardrobe, sure. Among many ordinary articles of clothing, you find the raiment of the herd of Elgidi. Engelbert must have used it to infiltrate the cult. Okay. Well, it'd be nice if we could use that. Clue on the floor. Coffee cup. A puddle of coffee from a dropped cup still steams with heat. It must have spilled recently. So our assassin liked to drink. All right. Oh, a book of healing. Oh, geez. Those are really good. Man. What do we get rid of? I mean, the books of healing are amazing. I guess we swap. Got an awful lot of shotguns. Harvey has somehow ended up to be our melee guy, which is weird. I mean, we have this other medical book, healing bonus perform +2. I think that's got to go. Because the Book of Flesh Ward and the healing book are really good. No need to dirty my hands. A good look should do it. From Engelbert's clenched fist, you pluck a scrap of red cloth with a distinctive print pattern. He must have torn it from the killer. You notice his hands are wet, but not from blood. Red piece of clothing we found. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to find the killer here eventually, and then blow it away with the shotguns. An old carpet. In the entrance there is an old carpet. It doesn't look like anyone has ever bothered to clean it. Feeling slightly nauseous, you decide it might be useful to examine it more closely. Why would we feel nauseous? Let's examine it. A few locks of black hair have fallen on the floor by a spot of blood. Perhaps in fighting for his life, Engelbert left another clue to his murderer's identity. Yeah, it's probably a goat spawn. I mean... Is this a very small house? Is it clipping through the door there? It is kind of clipping through. You can see... We can see into that area a little bit. Not sure that's supposed to be... oh, a painting. Maybe we... A small painting of a mountainous landscape decorates the bathroom wall. The frame is slightly crooked. Perhaps someone placed something behind it. We lift it. Behind the frame, someone has tucked a scrawled peace symbol with a note. Show Lan Wei when he's in doubt. A bathtub. A white claw-foot bathtub filled with murky gray water. Perhaps something lies beneath its surface. Marie says emptying this is starting with a fresh canvas. So we will empty the tub. In the bathwater you find a sodden note apparently torn from a book. In lines of bleeding ink you can still make out the message, Tell Lan Wei, portal opened in the bayou. A note from Engelbert about a portal. Boy, Engelbert was like quite the detective before he died. I assume our assassin is in this room. No. Oh, that's interesting. Another sink. A kitchen sink full of filthy dishes covered in congealed grease and hardened sauces. Engelbert wasn't much of a housekeeper, but you can't think of many places less likely to find a clue, which makes it the perfect place for one. Marie says the best start is a clean start. Maybe emptying this will help first. So we will empty it. And we suffer some sanity loss. You'd like to think it was worth a try, but it wasn't. You find nothing but crusted old food and unidentifiable fluids in the filthy sink. You need a bath. So cleaning the sink was a horrifying experience for us. The oven. Closed and apparently little used. Perhaps Engelbert hid something inside. Finding clues was not the right answer. Stretching the oven? How do you stretch an oven? We found some bullets. Good stuff. We have 7 bullets now. Kitchen counter. A stained and dog-eared recipe book lies on the counter. It's definitely seen better days, and it'd be hard to find a particular recipe without a search, but perhaps there's something worth finding in those pages. We read... it's a recipe for beignets, I think. 1.5 cups of warm water, a third of a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons active dry yeast, 1 cup milk, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 7 half cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 cup of butter softened, 1 teaspoon of salt, oil for frying, plenty of confectioner's sugar in a large bowl. Stir a spoonful of sugar and yeast into the water. Let sit for 10 minutes. Oh my god, this is the whole bloody recipe. We will spare reading the entire recipe for beignets. I think that's, I can't remember, I don't know how they're pronounced. But, alright, well, we appear to have cleaned this place out. And this guy is now on the back street near the house of Lanwei's assistant stands a bald man in a red suit. He wears a fedora hat. Are you sure you want to accuse this person of being an assassin? Confront him.
Now we have you, assassin.
I don't know what you mean.
You can't fool us. We know who you are, and you won't get away.
Are we sure this guy's the assassin? I don't know. He doesn't have that many hit points. I guess we're gonna shoot this guy.
What's wrong with you? I didn't even look at you sideways.
Oh dear, what a
But it looked like... Oh, maybe we will...
Let's think a little harder about what we know next time.
Well, we only had one choice. It was like, we confront him or not. Maybe I missed something. He was wearing a red suit. It's really his fault. Well, we didn't kill him. Alright, well, I guess we go back and tell Alphonse that... Or are we just gonna have to, like, wander around here confronting people? There was one customer wearing the most beautiful hat. I'd never seen its like before. I should have asked him where I could buy one like it. Like, are we just gonna wander around accusing people of being assassins? A woman sitting alone. Perhaps she knows what's going on in this neighborhood. Let's charm her. Nope, charming her. Questioning. Lecturing the woman? Your medical supplies healing potential lowered until next scenario. Fine. There was a well-to-do looking young woman near the voodoo shop. I thought it was strange that someone so fancy would hang around there. Okay. Yeah, I guess we could have used the... So here's a woman in red. Hey, do you want to get shot? So we can confront her or we can just leave her. We're going to confront her.
Now we have you, assassin.
I don't know what you mean.
You can't fool us. We know who you are.
Oh, where's the... Oh, he's behind us. Let's reload. Oh, she's got a shotgun too. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Poor Harvey could die here. Oh yeah, Harvey's dead. Harvey didn't even get to do anything. Man, that was rough. Can't do anything else. Okay, now I think it's time to use some coffee. Oh, we can revive Harvey using that. Okay, there we go. We just happened to be close. I guess we weren't close enough. But, like, she's just gonna dust him again. Pretty close. Poor Harvey. Oh my god. Poor Harvey is just getting crushed by these guys. Just getting crushed. Alright, which one do we shoot? I think the mage is like... Oh yeah, there we go. There's a crit. Let's keep reloading. Harvey might as well just stay down, because, like, he's just getting creamed. And, yeah, we should be able to kill this one. Let's just use this gun here. And blam. That's one dead assassin.
I failed my mission, and the herd, and the great...
What good luck you have, my friends, to overcome such a deadly foe.
With the assassin out of the way, it's time to get back to Lanui. He's bound to help us now.
If you expect gratitude from that one, I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed.
What's this notebook sticking out of the killer's pocket? Here's... Wait! There's something about Professor Tillinghast, too. Escort Tillinghast to the witch house in the bayou. I wonder what they wanted with her there.
I think it's pretty clear at this point that Tillinghast is, like, evil as... is, like, very evil. Okay, we need to do some healing here. We've got some dirty bandages. We can't use the Book of Healing, but we can use... Hopefully Harvey passes his sanity check. Nope. Poor Harvey. Alright, well... let's go back to see Alphonse. Poor Harvey. He got brutalized in that battle. Maybe Alphonse has some cool goodies for us.
Why have you come back without Engelbert? Don't tell me something has happened to him.
We were too late to save him. But we found the assassin and dealt with her.
I told you. You didn't believe me, but it was true. I suppose I should thank you, even if you did fail to save poor dear Engelbert.
Yeah, well, Engelbert was long dead.
We found a note he'd hidden in his apartment. It said something about you and a portal in the bayou.
As I suspected. Alas, Engelbert, you served me well up until the day of your death.
What are you talking about?
The so-called comet that passed near the Earth a few weeks ago, that was not a comet at all. Do I surprise you? I dare say I do by the look of wonder and astonishment in your eyes.
It wasn't a
I am
comet.
no mere purveyor of voodoo trinkets and curios, but a scholar of occult knowledge. My ancestors knew the truth, and they passed it down to me along with forbidden tomes and arcane scrolls. We know the danger of the herd of Algidi. They are behind all of these events, and they have been scheming so for decades. Why, just 20 years ago...
Hold on a minute. Let's back up to not a comet at all.
Yeah, let's go back to that part. That seemed fairly important.
Ah, of course. To the uninitiated, this can seem overwhelming. Very well. The disturbance astronomers mistook for a ball of dust and ice orbiting the sun was in truth a portal. A gate leading to the star Deneb al-Gedi, which the more astute of you may recognize as appearing in the constellation known as the Tail of the Goat, dozens of light years away.
A gateway to a distant star? Go on, pull the other one, Lenuit.
I did warn you Lanwi was unstable. What some mistake for eccentricity is full-blown madness, I tell you.
Not impossible, just hidden from the knowledge of most. You do know that occult means hidden, don't you? Well, I suppose I must keep things as simple as possible for you. Or perhaps not. You have seen the proof yourselves in the book entitled Culte de Gaulle. You've witnessed the manner of deaths of those who posed an obstacle.
It seems impossible, but it must be true.
For a long time, I suspected Tillinghast was allied with the herd. She was studying the comet after all. But with her death, it seems they weren't allies after all. If I had realized, I would have done more to warn her.
Don't beat yourself up about it, Lenuit. There'll be time for that after we've dealt with this herd.
Engelbert infiltrated their cult. He told me of their general plans and described their headquarters in the bayou. The locals call it the Witch House and are afraid to go near it. From what Engelbert reported, I knew they were approaching favorable time for their schemes.
Why do you even listen to this madman? He says he knew I was in danger, but failed to warn me. He sacrificed his own assistant rather than risk his own skin. Untrustworthy villain.
And now you think this portal has opened?
It has. It must have. I know the method of closing it, but the danger of going there... No, I would never survive the attempt.
You're safe with us. After all, we've already saved you from one assassin.
That's true. And I suppose it's no fault of yours you were too late to save Engelbert. Very well, I agree.
Then that is our plan. We'll go together into the bayou.
Closing this mystical gate is far beyond this charlatan's power. You'll only be putting yourselves in more danger than you've ever faced before.
Oh, that was it? Huh. Save the woman in distress. Did we do that? I guess we missed that objective. I didn't even see that one. Well, it was good. I guess that we made it out with nobody taking any more trauma. We are returning to the office.
Oh, this is much too much. The bayou is a treacherous place in and of itself. How much worse must it be if this portal truly exists? But of course it doesn't. Even if a door to another world could exist, why would it be in a swamp? And how could you close it with a magic book? Safer and more sensible to stay well away from that miserable backwater.
Alright, and we heal some trauma. So we're headed off to the bayou. You've learned that the herd somehow created a portal to another world outside New Orleans. Horrible creatures stream through it into the bayou. With Alphonse Lanouille in tow, you set out to close the portal before the monsters can overrun the city. I guess Harvey's average with magic, but we only have one magic book. I feel like we should send... So Rex is good in melee. And we could send Marie and Agatha. We could do the whole healing game again with her. We'd have willpower, social. Alright. So we want... Where's our magic book of Rack? So we want that with Marie for sure. We want... do we want the... we can put the bulletproof vest on Agatha. What is it? Plus magic defense bonus. We want her to have the Book of Healing. So we're going to make Agatha the healer here. We'll give her the Flesh Ward, the Book of Flesh Ward, and the bandages. Alright. Now, the question is, what kind of weapon do we have? Actually, we saved a pocket watch, which is actually pretty good. Give that to Marie. Let's give the coffee to Rex. So the question is, do we want... Oh, our pipe wrench is ruined. The meat cleaver is new. So I guess we're taking the meat cleaver. We should probably take a gun. We've got a lot of bullets. Let's give her a gun, so when she's not healing, she can shoot. Let's give her a shotgun. I don't think we're going to be able to get... We'll take the epinephrine, but... Just want to move around my stuff a bit here. Okay, what else? We have one spot left. Yeah, the Book of Restraint doesn't really do much of anything. I guess we can give... I guess we'll take the pipe wrench. And that's going to do it. So let's launch this scenario. Actually, I think what we'll do, we're almost at the 30-minute mark. So let's end it here. We finished our sojourn into New Orleans, and now we're off into the bayou. We're going to take Rex, Marie, and Agatha Crane into the bayou to confront the enemies that are within. but we will do that on the next episode. Hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace, and I'll be back with another episode shortly. Until then, I hope that you have a fantastic day. Take care out there. That's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed what you hear, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you need to contact me, I can be reached at manfromlang@gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter at manfromlang. Until the stars are right, keep your shotgun close and your elder sign closer. Take care out there, and happy investigating.